Hello.
Hello.
How is everyone?
It is us.
We we made it another week.
We made it another week.
It's let's cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
I found a recipe online that
Nice. Oh, there's dog.
yep, something must have happened at the door. I'm going to close the door.
Ugh. Guys, I shaved my beard,
But
and it was a mistake.
say, I don't think it looks terrible.
I
Looks
don't like
good
it.
to me.
It's coming back.
It's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming back.
It's
Also,
definitely
I
different.
did not realize how fucking sweaty I am. I look gross this episode. Ugh.
Right? We happen to have just enough time because your room is getting clean that I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna hop in the shower super quick. Otherwise, I was just gonna change my out of my work shirt.
That's pretty
So
much what I
I
did.
showered as fast as I could.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
Yeah,
I did. Was just change out of the work shirt, deal with it, because I was gonna say, hey, let's do 2:30. I'll take a shower real fast, and then I was like, oh fuck, they're in there cleaning my room. Ugh.
yeah. I was it worked out all right, but still couldn't get Penny to go outside. Anyways, nothing. This is bullshit. Hope you guys are doing well. We It's like I was gonna say that I didn't think it looked bad. I think it's just different. It's getting used to
Yeah,
it. It looks
uh,
good to me, but it's just different.
I'm still not a huge fan of it. I'm definitely coming back to the beard, but I don't know. I wanted to see how it looked, and then I was like, oh, I don't like it. But hey, it's been pushing 100 degrees here, so it has been nice not having the full beard.
Yeah, yeah. Again, that's why I was like, it's not that here at all, but like it's still hot and it's really humid here.
Same,
Really, really humid.
same,
And so like that's where most of it's coming from. So I'm like, I feel a lot better that this happened. Like I've noticeably felt cooler
same.
because my face isn't holding all of that. Bonnie pushed the door back open and came in.
Of course.
But I don't think she meant to. I think she meant to sit at the door and then her butt pushed the door open because it doesn't hold.
Yeah, it doesn't hold.
But yeah. We went to Ghost. Say we couldn't talk about that. That was a good show. They did the Yonder bags where you have to put your phone in a thing and then you can't pull it out until the event's over.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, basically someone checked that what your ticket was. Like they sent employees to like 5 of them to walk the line as they were waiting. Check your ticket and write down what your ticket and seat numbers are on this piece of paper to prove like this is your stuff for when you get in, because then once you got to the door, they put it in the bag, locked it up. I was like, yeah, you definitely gotta keep it on. it uh but yeah, once you got in, you're like, all right, well, we're just here. And they were the only band, which is like, as a getting older concert goer, I'm like, that was phenomenal.
Dude, it's nice, right?
We I
You,
got like a drink, drank one of them, sipped the other one, waited and watched the show. It waited. We shot the shit for like an hour, and then like they went on for 2 hours about, and then dude, it was perfect. I was like, man, like we were home by like 11:30.
it's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, we made decent time. Well, I happened to get there at a decent time so that we could get good parking, and because me and Melissa are in decent enough shape, we were able to run, and we just booked it as fast as we could so we could beat the rush of people getting, because like we were parked across from the garage, so it was not in the parking garage. we got a decent spot close to the exit, so it was just like, all right, we got to get to the car and get out before that traffic flow starts, and we
Yeah.
did.
So you're going to be sitting there for a fucking hour.
Oh yeah, no, we were honestly like the song. They probably ended at like 10 or like 9:55, something like that, and I think we were back at the car at like 10:04, 10:05 from inside Little Caesars. Oh, and what they did, I think, to fill up some of the random little seats in the lower bowl, people that had seats up in the high spots, like where I bought, they get when we got there. Once they scanned it, those people were notified, "Hey, go to guest services," and then we got tickets and got into the. They gave us lower bowl seats.
Nice.
So I don't know if it was better or good because technically I picked a high spot close to the stage so I could kind of like overlook everything. But then they kind of like it was fine. They took the whole. They basically. It was cool. It's a good gesture. It's not a bad gesture. It's a cool thing. I was just that's for me personally as a nerd that wanted to overlook the drum kit. You know that's.
I was gonna say I like to be up high and away, but I also, you know me, I don't do well in crowds, so I don't like being up in the fucking stage.
Yeah. Well, what it was is it was like lower bowl on like the rounded part, so it's still like.
Yeah,
It's lower bowl, but it wasn't like you still got like super close to the stage, you know.
Yeah.
But they took essentially like they.
When we went to see Lawrence, Chrissy got sick, so it was just me and Shay. And when we got there, they were like, "Hey, does anybody want to upgrade to the VIP area?" They're like, "You'll get a table that's sectioned off. It's right next to the bar. You also get a waiter." I was like, "How much would it cost for 2 people?" And they're like, "Oh, it's like $100." I'm like, "What else do you get?" They're like, "You get to go in early instead of waiting in line and just go hang out at the bar." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take that." So I got like a table and a seat and was like, "Fuck, this is the best, man."
I have almost done that. I didn't know what the price was, but because we're usually trying to not spend the money on that so we can spend it on a trip.
Yeah.
So
this was also when I was working like crazy overtime, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll spend the $100. Let's go."
That's fair. No, we were. I mean, and so we were just kind of like, yeah, it was a great time, but yeah, they basically, other than like maybe like the 6 sections directly like facing the stage in the upper bowl, everyone in those rows got moved down to like get like a better seat somewhere that just like. I think they just basically were like, where are the random spots? We're like, all right, there's 2 seats, there's 3 seats.
Yeah.
These people bought in big groups and fill, that kind of shit. And then, yeah, I was like, oh, so this was cool. It worked out. We had a great time. They had a great set. Really cool. Their light rig on the top is was an upside down cross, but like with the circle, like more like a Celtic cross. It's on their album, so, but like, that was a whole like just just light. A bunch of lights all around, so they were using that and they would tilt it down for certain things, and then they had basically the whole thing, their whole backdrop. All right.
Dogs.
So the whole backdrop was just a giant screen. And so they used it where, like, it made it look like there was stuff kind of deal. And then, like, once they kind of started, eventually turned into stained glass windows. And then, like, at a certain part of the section, those stained glass windows went from, like, more, like, light heavenly stuff to, like, Satan eating a baby and, like, the whole hellscape kind of deal. It was real cool. And then it, like, shattered and turned into, like, a different thing. And I really loved it. It was cool. A cool thing. Again, very hyped about the one band. Like, it was nice to just do it and then leave.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. Get in, get out. Like, I've been doing I think I'm gonna start doing it now because I went and saw Superman by myself, and like I think when I travel, I'm gonna like once a week or once a trip, just go to a theater, watch a movie. Like similar vibes. It's like 2 hours, get in, see something, get out. Like I got to do something to socialize. But those big concerts and
Yeah.
shit like that, when I go home, I'm like drained, and I'm like, let's do something for like 2 hours. Go have dinner. You know, like I want to go sleep,
Yeah.
which would be
Yeah.
dope.
Like
Cause
even Bill Murray.
uh, I was gonna say it'll be dope because Sunday we're doing that dinner when I get back, which will be 2 weeks ago
Yes.
from this episode. But that'll be dope because it's like I get to go out and
Yeah.
socialize and
No,
do
it'll be a
nothing.
week prior.
Be a week?
I think it'll be a week prior. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah, because we got one episode in the chamber.
Yeah.
So yeah, be
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, I forgot that's this Sunday too. Jeez, that's awesome. Everything's coming up fast out of nowhere because we were like, we always have something going on, and so we're like, all right, I'm focusing on, like, I have Bill Murray this Thursday, so I'm like, it's only just him in one opener too, so I'm like, fuck yes, like
Yeah,
it's not a, you know,
you don't have to watch through
I'm
four
very
fucking
stoked on that.
bands. Yeah,
Yeah, like I get the idea, and as a former musician and stuff, you know, like I get the idea of the openers gets exposure and stuff, but like that's what they're still doing with one band, and a lot of the time, like you just can't. If you can sell it out on your own, most bands aren't making the money anymore, so they got to make the profit if they don't have to pay another band to be on the show. That's what
yeah,
I thought about with Ghost too. I was like, they basically sold out Little Caesars Arena single-handedly as themselves and didn't have to pay an opener.
yeah.
Like an opener in arena, that's like at least 50 grand or something.
It's got to
I
be a
gotta
big amount.
imagine it's at
Yeah,
least 50 grand.
got to be a
So
big
like, you, yeah, so 50 grand times like what, fucking 20 shows? Yeah, that's a lot of money to help that band and everyone else. Also, he's like a 9-person band. He has
yeah,
9 different people playing. He has 2 female backup vocalists, a guy who also does backup vocals and keyboard and that kind of stuff. The drummer, 2 guitar players, and the bass player. And then there's like obviously the light rig, all that crew, all that stuff. Like it's a big thing. So I was like, actually, kind of in along this lines, but not related. Kind of related. Uh, 2 years ago when we went and saw Rammstein,
Mhm.
like it is a crazy, crazy setup. And so they ended up actually doing a full documentary that is on YouTube that is just explaining how they build the set. Like I think they were saying like they had the electrician lady was saying there's 67 of those like thick ass cables that are lined up like perfectly flat in like an organized fashion. I'm like, it's just it takes them 3 days to build the thing, kind of deal. So they made a whole YouTube. It's an hour long just into how they like designed and built this and get it going, and each person kind of like walks you through somewhat through their area and explain stuff. I didn't even get to finish the documentary. I'm remembering it exists now. I got like halfway through, and I was at work, and then had to do something, and then one of the shows I watched came on, so I didn't
Yeah.
finish it. But
I don't
still,
know.
like,
I've been adding that stuff like that for like gym sessions when I'm doing cardio. Just random stuff, weird animes, like real weird shit, man.
that's fair. I I'm remembering now. I gotta start looking on Marketplace for I just don't have the time this week to pick them up. Is more of the issue. I want to pick up some weights for that garage.
Yeah.
Go get the goddamn barbell and then get the weights so I can actually start doing some shit in there. Now I got the rack. I'm like, all right, I got like 80%. Well, really, it's 50%. A lot of other than some fucking little weights, just the bicep or the la, 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 barbells.
Uh huh. I want to get one of them adjustable
Sorry.
ones like what you got, man. And I feel you on that. I'm fucking exhausted, buddy. It is actually
Yeah.
Monday for us, by the way. So it's like
Oh
fresh
yeah.
start of the week. Like normally we do this on like Tuesday or Thursday. So we get like a little bit of a buffer to where we gotta readjust. Today is a fresh first day back at work.
Yep.
Brandon's coming
Yeah.
off
No.
a
My
concert.
yeah. Well, I'm so yeah. Well, it was concert was Thursday, and
Oh yeah,
then we
yeah.
did a dinner. Well, I worked Saturday, and then the other thing I was going to talk about is we went to the Tigers game. Was cool. Really was a good game. We got to watch Tarek Skubal pitch. He is one of the best. If you heard anything about Detroit sports going on at all right now, you've heard his name. Well, you're in Kansas, but he won the Cy Young Award last year for best pitcher, and he's still like pitching that way and is arguably in the running to get it again this year. But originally we were not going to get to watch him, but he had a baby on the 23rd. So he had 3 days off to get things done with that before he came back. So he came back on the game that we got to go to. So like out of nowhere we went to a sold out game because he's pitching.
Yeah.
And the tickets that Melissa got we were the row 8, like maybe, I don't know, 10 seats to the right would have been like where third plate was dead on, like lower bowl, row 8. And like, those tickets were probably ended up being like $100 and something each by the time we got to that game. I think she got them for like $30 something
Shit.
because she bought them before the season started. So they weren't the number one team in baseball.
Yeah.
Or fighting for number one in baseball at the time. So I was like, it was fun as I'm getting down to those seats and I realize like we're row 8 and I'm looking and as we keep going and I'm like, holy shit, like we're really far down. And then like it was fun because I got down there way sooner and I turned around and I see Kirk's face as he's like looking and he's just like, holy, like you can tell he's like, yo, these are some great seats. Like it was a great time. It didn't fucking rain. It was supposed to rain. It rained a little bit before we got there, but like I was preparing to like get rained on for this game. Didn't. It was just kind of cloudy, so that was kind of cool. We got Jacoby's, so I had some fucking schnitzel. That shit was bomb. So good, dude. There's that. I gotta make it. Like, I don't know when I'll make it, but I need to make it.
Nice.
Sorry.
You're good, buddy.
I'm rambling.
You're good, man. I got nothing. I went to my grandpa's house and same thing I do every weekend when I'm here. Nothing crazy. I will say Superman movie. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I hope everybody watching has seen it because it's been out for a while. Fucking phenomenal.
I should go see it.
It's fucking
Yeah, I've heard
great.
a lot of good things. I need to go see it.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I was like, honestly, like I would have gotten to see it with you, but like you're not, now you're not here. So I'm kind of until maybe when you come back, we can go see it again because she's not gonna give a shit. So, but
I found out. No, I want to, but I found out today that I'm back here for another 2 weeks, minimum.
Oh,
minimum.
So you're still coming home this weekend?
Yeah. I'm flying home though instead of driving. So I'm home.
Okay.
I get home the 1st. I gotta look at the flight because all of this trip we've been like, oh, we're gonna cancel the flight and drive. So I have no idea when my flight is. So I gotta look. But yeah, at least another 2 weeks, and then the guys here are like, it doesn't make sense to send the dimensional guy away. Like, if we have a dimensional problem, we need him here, and like production doesn't start until October. So they're like, we get it, we're slow, but we're slow because he did a good job and the rest of the team did a good job. So like, we don't have to
We don't
do
have work.
anything because we're so far ahead. But we're also slow everywhere and everybody's trying to lower the budgets. So what it'll be is I'll be here, but I'll be under a different budget. And then whenever I have to do anything, I have to transfer jobs and like change my hours and shit.
Uh,
Yeah, which will be a little annoying, but at least there's somewhere to go. You know, it was either the rumors I was hearing was I would come home. Um, they were gonna put me in a first aid course, which would have been hilarious because
yeah. Former nurse,
former nurse, former medic, like it'd
doctor.
be nice to get a refresher, you know. uh,
Yeah.
and then they were going to possibly send me to Bowling Green to work on underbody stuff, which would have been cool. You know, it still would have been 40-hour weeks, but I would have been like an hour and a half from home. So not god awful.
100% would have definitely been like, yo, while you're there, we're going to try and find a day to go to Cedar Point.
Yeah, would have been doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they would have extended my hotel on the weekends, but it is still a possibility. Right now, everything's so slow. It's like it's gonna be trip to trip. Like
So they're literally going to
I
keep
could
making
be
you
out
go
here for
home
two
every week
weeks,
after this 2 weeks.
every 2 weeks. So 12 days on, two
Got it.
days off. 12 days on, 2 days off. But it works
Okay.
out because I'm going to get a tattoo from Xander on Saturday, and it's gonna be big.
Good.
Like we're
There you
gonna
go.
we're gonna black out the white for the arm. So I'm like,
Oh, wow.
it'll be real nice to, come back here and have nothing to do at work to where I could just sit there and heal, you know?
That's, not going to lie. There's part of me that's like, you should just fucking, like, for some of those where, like, it's just, are you, like, literally blacking out all of the stuff around the flower?
Around every tattoo. So I still have one more I want to get here. I'm gonna talk to him about doing
Yeah.
the outline, and then I have one more I want to get here, which is just a tarot card. So I'm like, hey, block out a square,
Throw a
block out the
square.
flower, and then we were thinking of adding more flowers, like and whatnot, but I was like, it would look kind of cool to just black out for filler. And then he's like, I got a new machine and I really want to try it out. Somebody let me black out their arm. And I was like, buddy, that was kind of the plan. So, yeah. He was like, we can do your
That's
other
fun.
arm because I have no plans for this. And I'm like, well, I don't want to block off the pizza,
Yeah.
Like, it's like this arm was
Yeah,
going to be
no, you
blacked
want
out.
to leave some space to do other shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the, but like, with, I was going to say, I was like, for something like that, like, you should just, like, pass out.
Yeah, if I could, just
Just no, I'm talking like take like a half a Xanny bar, just fucking bop, just drop and let Xander just go to town, and you'll wake up at some point.
yeah.
And you be like, I'm done.
No, what I was thinking
He can
is
take a smoke break and just let you sleep.
I was like, this would be a cool time to catch up, hang out, and if
Yeah,
anybody else wants to hang out while I'm home, just come to the shop. You can hang out with us there. Go pick me up some food, and then,
yeah,
like I said, I was a little worried because I was like, man, if I go somewhere where I have to like work, like it'll be nice, but like if I gotta like go and like grind some shit or like tear tools apart, like that's
yeah,
gonna suck.
yeah, yeah. No, that's yeah. I guess now would be the time. Yeah, I'm really fiending to do another tattoo though. Like JJ just did a seminar course where he was teaching people
Yeah.
how he does like the super neon tattoos that he does. And it was just like, dude, I really want to get that fucking wizard drummer boy on my arm. Like, I want, because I really am going to be like, fucking color the shit out of that. Like, I don't know. The problem is like none of my other stuff has that highlighter color. So I might really have to be like, hey, I'm going to need you to also, I'm going to have to plan on like the eagle, like throw some fucking neon on that fire. Like he's
Yeah.
going to have to all like the ice. I'm going to have to tell him neon it out. Like if you can, like try like throw some neon stuff into some of this stuff to blend in with the drummer boy.
Yeah.
On the other tattoos, but I think that'll be, now that I thought about that, like it's itching at me. I just know I can't afford that tattoo right now.
Yeah.
I mean, technically he'd probably do it in installments too, but I mean,
For sure. Yeah. That's
yeah,
what.
it'd probably be two.
Yeah. Xander also said the same thing for me. He's like, I really want to just black out an arm, so like, you can just pay me every other week. We'll knock it out. Like, you know, come back on you're not going to do it in one full session. So he's like, you're going to have to come back, and you always come back anyway. So I'm like, man, I am planning a tattoo a month. I was not expecting to get to the blackout filler, because I kind of thought of that. Like, I've like drawn out random shit while I've been here. Like, you know, I tried the little star splatter. I tried the hexagons. And then I just took a Sharpie and filled some shit in and was like, that kind of looks the best, you know?
Yeah. I guess it just like as long as you don't think you're gonna have any other ideas to put stuff in there.
Not really for
and that's
this
why I was
time.
like, I'm pretty sure you pretty much already had it the whole sleeve thought out anyway. So that's why it's like, yeah, it does make sense to black it out for you.
Yeah, and I had other pieces drawn out that I like when I was younger I thought was cool, and I'm like, it's kind of lame. Like, I don't. One of them was like a stopwatch, not a stopwatch, a pocket watch, and I was like,
Yeah.
like, I don't really want that anywhere. It doesn't really mesh with anything. Like, the only thing I want is the sunflower, and then I'm gonna draw the full tarot card. But instead of the dog, I'm gonna draw one of my cats. So it's gonna be me on the tarot card with the cat. So that one,
fuck yeah.
I might wait until Xander's a lot more experienced and then be like, all right, this one's got some like super fine lines. Like, I trust you could do it now, but like if we want to hold off a couple years maybe, then I'll just have a square there and people.
The last one that's done.
Yeah, and then people will be like, oh, you were just too worried to get your fucking inner bicep tattooed? And I'll be like, no, it's just very detailed and I wanted it to be good.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I'm just kind of like, I saw him do that and I'm like, God, like, I do want to finish this fucking arm. Like, you're getting tattoos now and I'm like, oh, like my arm wants the pain.
Yeah.
That's a way to put it. Is my arm is like hurt me. Like,
yeah. Dude, that's how I felt last year, man. Because fucking Chrissy was getting tattoos left and right. And I was like, I want to do that. And then for Bard year, I was like, once a month. I'm getting one once a month at least. Either that or a piercing, which last month I didn't get a tattoo, but I got the piercing instead. So there was something that I got, you know. Which, fun fact, that piercing sucked ass for pretty much until last week with these headphones. I don't know if you noticed, but I was always sitting like this.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I figured. Once I saw it, I was like, oh, he's just not hurting his ear. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Because I sleep on that side, man. So it was like the healing process was even worse because I'd fall asleep and then I'd roll over and be like, ah, like.
Dude, I'm telling you, that was getting the tattoo was not the worst part about getting the chest tattoo. The healing the chest tattoo was the worst because essentially I'm a side sleeper. So for like 6 months, I basically couldn't really sleep that well because like on your side, I would scrunch my you know, your arm weight scrunches and it would just, I'm like, So I would have to fucking lay flat most of the time. Like that was some shit, man. Like that's what they don't tell you. Is like you're like, oh, it's the healing that's the worst.
Yeah.
It's not the tattoo. Some of that shit will, like, the pain level of course hits higher, but the consistent pain of fucking your entire, like, when I got these done, that was the worst cuz I truly, like, I could not roll to any side because the immediate crunch, not only was I worried about, like, one, the pain would suck, but, like, uh I didn't want it to fuck up the healing and the scabbing of the skin on there, and then, like, having it break all the time because I'm splitting it. And that, because that happened a lot. Like, I knew
Yeah.
it was going to, but the last session we had was purely planned out, where it was just him re-going over the whole thing to fix shit that didn't heal right because you know, anything of that caliber, that size, will not heal correctly.
Yeah.
So,
And it gets worse as you get older too. Like,
yeah.
I'm telling you, some of the healing process, like this one sucked when it was healing. And I was like, that's nothing. Like, but it was just, dude, I thought I thought I was losing some of the ink the way it was healing. Like it was scabbing and shit. I'm like, this is fucking gross. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I got to think of, like, when I get that drummer boy, the stuff that's popping off of it and the colors, like, I don't know if I want to, like, it just to be purely the fire and the ice, because I kind of do. But there's also the part of me that wants it to be like some of the stuff that's popping off of it could be like tiny little things.
Hmm.
I don't know what they would be, but I was like, honestly, it's probably just going to be like just fire and ice. I think it'd be fun just to tie it all together. But I just like fire and ice. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But
Oh, JJ's a good artist too, so I'm sure he could figure something out to throw in there. Like, I told Xander when he redrew these, I was like, I want it to be as close to my original sketch, but like, you're a much better artist than me, so like, any spot you want to clean up or any little details you want to add, like, have at it, man. Like he pretty much redid the flower and the leaves, because mine were like similar but a little too thin. So he cleaned that all up. So, and I'm sure JJ, if you went to him and was like, I think maybe it'd be cool if there was some other things popping off, he'd be like, I know exactly what to do. You know?
Yeah. Well, and that's it. It's like, I'm basically just going to tell him I want what would be like a drummer boy with a snare drum, but a wizard's hat on. And then as he's hitting it, it's what it's casting off the spell kind of deal. It's hard to get that action, but like if there's like one that looks like it popped off his stick from the last one, and then as it's popped, I don't know, he'll get it down. But like this'll definitely be one that I'll just be like, hey JJ, like, instead of me sending you a message, I'm just gonna call you. And I'll message you the general idea after I call and explain it to you, so you remember when you read it. Because he won't forget that one. He'll be like, oh, that sounds fucking sick as shit. And I'm like, I want it to be neon, do your thing, and just go from there. Because even like the bird, like I just told him the phoenix, and then he did that, and I was like, I loved that. Like, he didn't do like just a straight up traditional phoenix. Like, he kind of made it somewhat traditional style in a way. Like, it looks like a phoenix, but it is in a more traditional style instead of like a realistic.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of
and that's where,
like the old fantasy novels. Like, not quite realistic, but like similar veins, and the coloring of it as well too. Very similar to like the old fantasy novels.
When I saw the teals in it is when I was like, oh
yeah,
I like that. I was like, that's a very nice touch. And it's one of those things that when I forget that it's there, but then I see those teal like accents, I'm always like, God, I fucking love those.
Yeah.
But he, I mean, his color is phenomenal. My fucking the cracking on my leg is it the probably the most frequently complimented tattoo I get, other than the stick figure, because
Yeah.
it's so dumb and funny. Like, so, and most of the time when it is that one, it's that color is crazy. And I'm like, yeah. But so now I'm excited to like get a really fucking crazy ones. Then when I'm walking around, people are gonna be like, yo. So like my coworker was asking me about like someone to finish his tattoo, and he didn't realize I was as tattooed I was until one of my a coworker I've worked with for over 10 years now worked with him and was like, "Oh no, he's fucking lit up with tattoos. Like, go ask him." Like, cuz I guess his tattoo artist moved from like wherever he was to Flint. And he was kind of like, well, is it really worth me driving out to Flint to him to finish this thing, or can I just go somewhere else? And Steve was like, go ask him. And he's like, well, I know he's got the arm ones. He's like, no, he's got way more than the arm ones.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I basically told him, I was like, honestly, like, if he does the quality, he did really, really good work. That's 90% of it. Is like, if it's okay work, it's not worth it. If it's great work, it was on the precipice of like really, really good to great. And I was like, all right, it's definitely worth going to the guy, letting him finish it, because he knows exactly where it was going. It's a little taboo thing too to like go to a different artist to finish someone else's work.
Agreed.
I was like, and that's what I told him. I was like, if it didn't look good, I would say like, yeah, go somewhere else. They can fix it up, do it, whatever. But like, if you aren't unhappy with the work, make the drive.
Yeah.
You know. So
that's the same.
But he's gonna see that. He's gonna see it when I get it and be like, well, shit. Like, yeah, I'm excited. But I don't even know when I'm gonna get it. I'm just overly excited about something. I don't know when it can happen.
It'll happen eventually, buddy. I kind of had the kind of had a similar thing at work, because people saw me come in and there was a new tattoo, and I would take my sleeves off in the lay down area, and they're like, "Oh, got another one, got another one." And they're like, "Wow, man, how many tattoos do you have now? Like 6?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Let me count." And I would like go through and count, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, there's one on the neck." And they're like, "You have a neck tattoo?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just can't see it." I was like, "Oh, and the lip." And then I'm like, patting the legs and then patting the ass cheek, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I fucking wear pants at work, and like I got long hair that covers this one, and like you're never gonna see this one. Like it's inside my fucking mouth." Like I stopped counting after 10. Like, and then I'm gonna come back Monday. It just be like, "Yep." What's funny is they told us we had to stop wearing the black sleeves at work. You're counting now too, ain't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we had to stop wearing the black Kevlar sleeves at work. But I'm telling you, when I go to the lay down area, I'm taking the sleeve off, and they're gonna see it and be like, "Oh, why are you still wearing a black sleeve?" Permanent, baby. And it hurt. It's gonna hurt.
I'm all about safety. Yeah.
It's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah. No, I am. It's so funny, like, cause I have 11, but like
one of them is fucking massive, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to say like 11, cause like 11, the one is at least 5.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like 15.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. I've had 20 sessions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because I mean, well, this was 1. This was 2. I think it was 2 technically, because he just didn't have time the one day to finish it, so I just went back a separate time.
Mm-hmm.
But This was 2. That was 1. This was fucking 6. One. Oh no, maybe 18 to 19 sessions. Sorry,
We're about even.
close enough.
Yeah. And honestly, once the sleeve is finished, this is going to go from being 7 tattoos total to just 1, because like they're all going to be combined, you know. Which is gonna gonna drop my number down, but
that'll be the thing. Same thing is that like once I complete it with filling it in with all the little stuff I'm gonna put in there, I'm gonna be like, all right. Because I just realized too, like technically, like he left some like space for gears here because we didn't finish this one. Oh no, we did this one, and he knew I was gonna do this one. But there's all this random, like, blank gear that I'm probably going to be like, all right, well, I guess finish those gears.
Yeah.
Maybe make them hyper frozen. But, like, you know, he was like, I'll fill, he purposely was like, I'll fill those in once you decide what you're finishing it all with.
Yeah. And that's the same with this. Like, we didn't do much of the shading. So it'll be like once we figure out like how dark we're going to go, which we're going as dark as you can go, then we're going to do the shading, you know?
Yeah. I always think it'd be really cool. Like, I don't know why you would do it, but if you just threw embers in there.
Into
just little
mine?
The black. To break it up, yeah.
I'm allergic to red.
Why. I just love the idea.
Yeah, I'm allergic to red. I can't really do fire. The red didn't stick in this tattoo. It didn't stick in this tattoo very well. Like, yeah.
That's funny.
I was also thinking, with our job, how often we, you know, get cut up because we're always wearing our sleeves. I was thinking anytime I get like a cut or something like that causes the black to fade, I was gonna do like the fuck is the name of that Japanese thing where they do like the gold to fix like a pot, you know?
Oh yeah.
Kitsurugi. Yeah, so I was thinking like any spot where I get a scratch or something, just throw some gold there, like fill that back in. You know, I thought that would look pretty sick.
That'd be cool.
But that would be very, you know, sick. That would be like a continuing tattoo where it's like, oh, hey, hurt myself. Like, let's let this heal. And then, you know, a couple months down the line, let's go get some gold thrown in, you know?
Well, it'll be quick. Xander, wherever it fucking cut, just
fill that shit in, buddy.
Yeah, honestly, that is a pretty cool idea. I like that.
Yeah, and then also, this arm is supposed to be primarily black and white because it's supposed to, like, when I originally drew it out, like, left arm was going to be life, right arm was going to be death. I know it's cliched. I was fucking 20. Judge me. But I still like the style of this stuff, so I'm like, this one I want to be, like, very, very dark. And then, you know, everything else, like, I got a fucking pizza. I'm going to get a milkshake on this arm. Like, you know, it'll contrast.
Yeah. Well, it's like, essentially, I'm going to leave this thing open for whenever we have a kid, whatever the fuck that thing, I'll get something dedicated to that. So whatever that is into at some point, I'll be like, all right, I like that thing. Put it on there. I've also thought about getting one of those tattoos that, like, is more of something they can fill in the color.
Yeah, that's another reason I like black and white.
Fun.
Yeah, that's another reason I like black and white, because they can color it and shit, you know. Did you text me? Somebody just did.
I did not.
Oh, it was fucking Zillow.
That's fun. My dogs are barking at literally nothing. I looked at the door. They're just barking. So I hit the wall and they just stopped.
I forgot y'all had a Ring camera. We could wrap this up, buddy. We've been going for how long now? Like 40,
no.
45?
Something like that. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I was like, all I'm going to go do is. Okay, yeah. I'm going to say, other than that, like, I don't think any. Yeah, that's pretty much my week. I don't think I did anything else. Excited that technically this weekend we're gonna go to that dinner. Saturday. I'm supposed to go to Detroit City Distillery for a tour.
Okay.
So that'll be fun, and then I will have a new whiskey from Motor City on Thursday.
That'd be sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something there, and I probably will get something at DCD just because I am there. And that'll be, I don't know. We'll see. I'll be like, do you got anything special I can grab that's not just your basic thing I can grab at the Meijer? And I'll snag that. But other than that, I was like, it's just gonna be a fun tour. I'm just hoping I don't work that Saturday because it starts at 1 o'clock and I don't get off till 2. So I'm not making that tour. Which would be really fucking sad.
Well, I'll pray for you, buddy. I'll be sitting at Xander's, getting stabbed a bunch of times.
That's fun. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys, and be nice to those that deserve it.
And fight those that don't.
Bye, guys.
Bye.